Good morning, everyone. It's Jamie from IndependenceStTarot and Seasons and Ritual, and I'm here for the midweek check-in. And because it is the middle of the week before the eclipse on Saturday, I just decided to pull a couple oracle cards. So, as you guys know, a lot of times you'll be doing something and something will catch your eye. And so that's what happened in the back. I was in the back room looking for something I'm sure I misplaced. Did I find it? I don't know. I can't remember, but I do know this. When I was looking around, my eyes zeroed in on this oracle deck. The Work Your Light. And I've had this oracle deck for a couple years. It came out in 2018, so the pictures are really beautiful. And so I drew a couple cards for myself this morning that I'm going to read as well, but then I wanted to draw one more on camera for the collective. I'm sorry the thing is shaking. I have it balanced. Take a break. Okay, so the cards that came up for the collective: boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? And I'll read the book with it. And then take a break. It says a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. There's the moon. Boop. Right, beautiful. So I wanted to read from the card that I pulled this morning for myself. And the card, no, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I just wanted to read one section of it. So it says leap. This was the card. And it says, you go first, the universe will catch you, which I think is so beautiful. And as you can see in this card, there's the moon. So I take that as a good sign since we're about to go on the full moon on Saturday with the eclipse. But the part that I wanted to read from this card of leap, actually, I'll hold the card up. It says, nature is constantly showing us how to live with courage. Fall comes every year and encourages the trees to loosen their grip, to allow what once was so full of life to fall away, leaf by leaf. For a moment, it feels like nothing will grow again. The branches are left bare without the comfort of what once was. But in the morning of spring, new shoots begin to appear, and something new is born that is even more glorious than before. And I think that's really important for us because we always say, by we, the royal we, but that's why I have seasons and ritual, right? The idea was to really get back in touch with the seasons. And it is fall season right now. So when I pulled that card this morning, I thought that was so beautiful and just a real good reminder why we need to go with the seasons and why it is okay when we say let go to really let go. All of nature lets go, right? And then something new grows again. So I hope take that energy of letting go with you as we move into this eclipse. You know, as we say, these eclipses, they eclipse things in and they eclipse things out. And it's okay. It's okay. You know, if you're listening, hopefully things will go little by little by little. I know with me personally, sometimes I'm not listening and the leaves are falling away one by one, and I don't notice until the entire tree is bare. So I'm still here. So it's okay. All right, let's go with boundaries. Okay. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? This is the energy to help with this eclipse. You are being called to create clearer boundaries in your life. This could be with your friends, family, or work. Saying yes when you really mean no leads to resentment, which is the biggest energy drain ever. At first, it might be only a little bit and not feel like a big deal, but before you know it, your energy field becomes porous and you are left feeling depleted, resentful, or even taken advantage of. Saying no and having clear boundaries is actually a spiritual act. The most giving, loving, compassionate people are those with the clearest boundaries. For when they say yes, they are able to give unconditionally. When your boundaries are clear, others know where they stand and you are able to give freely. If you are not clear where your boundaries lie, this causes confusion, resentment, and energetic cords to be planted. If you are saying yes when you really mean no, you are likely needing something yourself. If you are saying yes when you really mean no, you are likely needing something yourself. Ask yourself, what part of me needs something from them? It could be a need for approval, a fear of being seen a certain way, or a fear of loss. The best way to gauge your boundaries is to check in with your belly. Your belly is your second brain. It has an intelligence known as your gut feelings. Tune in to this space when deciding what is okay for you. How does it feel? What is it trying to communicate with you? And then it has a little journal prompt where it says, where in your life do you need to establish better boundaries? I think it's really interesting too when it says, when you keep saying yes, when you really mean no, your energy field becomes porous and you're left feeling depleted, resentful, or taken advantage of. And then also it talks about cords coming in and being planted. And then what do? We do all these exercises to cut cords with people. So with this eclipse energy, write down up until Saturday or even after Saturday, where do I need to make better boundaries, right? And see how that is the most loving to you. And it does make sense. You know, there are people in our lives where we're like, fuck, I got to talk to them, right? Because you don't know if they're going to be happy, sad, indifferent, you know, that causes a lot of stress and confusion. And we would rather be as those people like, oh yeah, you can come to me, you know, because you know you're going to get a straight answer. Whether the answer is, hey, let me get back to you on this tomorrow, or I don't know, you know, Google it, or hold on, yeah, I can help you with this, right? So I noticed this one thing that I need strong boundaries with is my phone. And not necessarily social media, because I try not to get on it too much, but like just my phone. This week I've imposed a no phone rule. Like I can only use the phone a couple hours a day. And I was going to start on Sunday. And you guys, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I was like, holy shit. Did I get mad at myself? No. Was I like sad with myself? No. But I was like, okay, this is a real eye opener. Like I just had to watch Mark Wiens enjoy every freaking eatery in Chicago that night. And then I could put down my phone. So it was a little bit of an eye opener. And it was somewhere where I was like, wow, I really need to put boundaries with this because I'm seriously giving too much energy to my phone. Like I'm always thinking about what's on my phone, which is weird. So that's one boundary for me. And if you guys wanted a boundary, because I do think I'm doing a better job with boundaries with people. So but it's a good reminder, you know, especially with seeing it that way. Like if we don't set these boundaries, we become very porous and we want to be solid, you know, we want things to pass through us. We don't want cords necessarily attached to us. So, okay, the second one, which is great, take a break. Take a break from social media. Take a break from your phone. Or just take a break. And let me tell you too, like doing this work and being aware, and I was talking with Sheila with this yesterday, like I'm aware of things, but then when you become acutely aware, then it's like, oh, things shift really easily. Then it's like so simple. So even if you're aware, keep being aware. I know that sounds funny, but once you become acutely aware and like you can see the whole big picture, things shift really easily. So let's talk about take a break. I love that it's someone's dancing in the moonlight. Okay, let me find this. Take a break. She has all the things in the front of the, let's see. Okay, I gotta find it. Right, 82. All right, this feels good, you guys. Take a break. Life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. It's okay to take a break and enjoy your creations. I drink water, all the stuff, and then you get on Zoom and then your voice cracks. Okay. It's okay to take a break and enjoy your creations, to take a moment from your busy schedule, to get off the treadmill of life, to appreciate and acknowledge all that you have created, achieved, released, or experienced before rushing on to the next thing. To be in the moment, enjoy where you are, to take a breath and regather your mind, body, and spirit, to recalibrate, appreciate, and celebrate, to decide on what you really want to experience next. If you take a moment, you are not going to miss out, which is huge. Let me tell you this. Nature, again, always teaches me lessons. And I was obsessed with my backyard looking a certain way. Okay, so I had to leave to go visit my family this summer in Alabama. And I was stressed out about my backyard's going to get overgrown, whatever. When I came back, it was a little overgrown, but nothing insane. But what happened was some wildflowers had grown. And so all the bees were coming and pollinating, right? And if I would have stayed here and just been obsessed on cutting down these weeds and stuff, that never would have happened. So it's okay. Sometimes you take a time out, you go look over here for a while, you come back and you're like, oh, something beautiful really happens. All right. Perhaps you have just completed a big project, manifested something significant in your life, released an old way of being, or just been burning the candle at both ends. Now's the time to take some time out before rushing on to the next thing. You did it. Enjoy yourself and recalibrate. Go on vacation, book a massage, take long walks in nature, go away for a rejuvenating weekend to recharge and replenish. And then the prompt here is take a break and a breath. So take a break, you guys. Set these boundaries, right? Set these boundaries and take a break. I think these are good things to work on. And these are good things to call in with the eclipse as well, you know. When this eclipse comes in, it is in Taurus. Taurus is fixed earth, right? It's okay to ask for things to get reshifted and recalibrated. Again, Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus is how we, our self-worth. Venus is how we value ourselves, you know. Venus is love. Venus is how we take care of ourselves. But Venus is also that earth goddess. It is about creation. And sometimes things get created that need to get created when we take a break after we set that boundary. So, and you can work with these energies up to the eclipse. You can work with these energies through the eclipse. But I thought this was just a better way of being in the energy for this week, since eclipses are going to do what they do, right? And as Helen had mentioned, eclipse energy, it goes for 6 months, right? So we can work on these boundaries and taking a break for the next 6 months, right? And see how that helps shapes our lives for the best moving forward. Okay, friends, I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. If you need me, you can reach out to me on Instagram, YouTube, or my websites. Have a great eclipse, and then Helen and I will be back on Monday. Till then.